Hello everybody guys, and let me welcome you on the 5th day of OroCommerce webinar. So just to remind you, yesterday we had a pricing topic. Yesterday we have checked what is prices, how pricing engine in Oro works, what are price lists, how you can generate manual prices or use the generated price leads, how you can use rules, how you can associate price leads with the customers group, and so on. And today we're going to continuing the similar topics, and we're going to also talk about the prices. However, today we're going to check promotions and discount topics, then we're going to check taxes, and finally another small topic, we're also going to check the inventory and see what kind of features we can use, we can do in OroCommerce for the inventory. So let us start, and our first topic for today is promotions and discounts. So talking about the promotions, so I believe everybody knows that, but just to remind you, so promotions is a standard marketing tool which used to promote some products by decreasing the price or proposing the better offer. They may be part of loyalty programs which offer special discounts. They can be used to motivate customers to buy more and repeat purchase from their stores. Again, it really depends on the use cases you want to have or implement in your application. Promotions by default in OroCommerce allows you to apply a special pricing, so lower pricing in most of the cases. And you may also use coupons as a part of promotions engine and apply promotion only if user have entered some coupon or gift card code. And all this information, all this logic is stored inside the Oro promotion bundle. And if you really want to, you can always go to the code and check it, check documentation, check all the classes there, and so on. So talking about the promotions. So promotion itself is a pretty straightforward entity which has a name. You have to have a name for the promotions, of course. It has the sort order, which defines the order of the promotions application. It can be enabled or disabled. You may stop for the rule processing. This is a very interesting option, which allows you to stop processing promotion if some other promotion has been already applied. And promotion can be triggered either by the conditions, so conditions have to be satisfied in order for the product to be promoted, or coupons and conditions. In this case, there is additional condition that user has to enter a coupon code in order to use the special promotion or use the special price. Let us see how it looks like. And of course, as usual, we need to go to our application. Okay. So let us go to the management console. And here under the marketing section, here we have section called promotions and many of them called promotion too. So currently I do not have any promotions. At the very first thing I want to do, I want to create it. So here we have our owner of the promotion. We have a name of the promotion. Let's call it minus 10% for everybody. Here we have the sort order. Again, enable, disable checkbox as usual. Stop further rule processing. This checkbox may deactivate all the promotions which will be applied after this promotion has been applied, and whether this promotion was triggered either by the conditions only or by the conditions and coupons. So for now, let's keep it like that. We'll return to this form a little bit later. Talking about the discounts, there are 4 types of the discount. The order total discount, where we can just apply discount of the order total. Order line item discount, where we are applying discount to specific line item. Buy X, get Y, the special discount which promotes buying lots of products. And the shipping discount, which just discount to the shipping price. All discounts implement special interface called discount interface. So if you want to create your own discount type or your own discount rule, you may always implement this interface and then create it using the discount factory. Talking about that first type of discount is called order total. So order total discount is applied, as you can guess, to the order total, and it's not applied to the specific product. However, you still have to make sure that these products are in the shopping list in order to for this discount to be applied. Let us see how it looks like, and let us see how to apply this type of a promotion. So here we have our first type called order total. We have the type of the discount value. It can be either fixed amount or it can be person-based. That's because we have minus 10%. We definitely going to use person-based discount. Here we have schedules again, like on the price lists, we can tell when this discount will be activated or deactivated. We have the conditions. Conditions allows you to tell which customer group or website will can be able to use this promotions. And finally, here we have the items to discount. So these are items which can actually use this specific discount. Because I have want to create it for all products, I may simply put simple condition like product ID greater than 0. So it's like kind of a universal condition which you can use in many cases in order to see all the products, in order to apply a promotion to all the products. So here are our products. And let us save and try if it works. So as you can see, it was saved. I have no restrictions. I have no advanced conditions. So it means that this promotion will be applied always. And now let's go to the storefront and check it. In order to apply the discount or promotion, user has to be logged in. So I'm going right now and log in as Amanda Cole, our test user. And I already have here a shopping list. And here we can see subtotal for the shopping list. And what's here? So here we have the checkout information. Let me check if we indeed have all the required promotions. I will probably create a new shopping list just so this one will not bother us, and add some product to see that it in fact works. Okay, I think I have forgot to activate my promotion. Let me check it. Yep, I forgot to mark it, this promotion as enabled. Okay, and now here we can see that we have $250 discount, which is exactly 10% of our price. And as you can see, we have discount only on the total level, not on the line item, not on the quantity, because this is how it works. This is how we are applying it. And obviously, we're going to see it later during the checkout too. Then we have next type of the promotion. This promotion is called order line item discount. So this one also can be fixed amount or person based. It also has discount value. However, it can be applied either to the each item or to line items total. It has unit of quantity because we can apply it only to specific units of quantity. And we also have a maximum quantity discount. It has to be applied to. So let us see it. What I'm going to do, I'm going simply to edit existing discount and see how it looks like. Second discount type called order line item. Again, here we have fixed amount of percent. I'm going again use the same 10% rule I have in the promotion name. And now here we see either each item or line items total. So basically it means difference in the rounding of the price. It's usually line item total because it's easier to understand and easier to see. Then we have unit of quantity. So let me check it which one we have here. We have items. So I have specify here items, and we also have the maximum quantity it will be applied to. Let's say it will be without a quantity, so we can apply to any amount of items. Everything else is the same. and let us see how it works. Let me refresh the page, and yeah, we still have the same raw discount to 50, but now, as we can see, it's now rendered on the line item level because this discount is applied on the line item level. And what we can do now, we can also add another product, for example, this one. And as we can see, this line item does not have a promotion because product unit does not match. So we have product unit set to item, and here we have a set. So in order to see another promotion, we have to add some item. Let us see if we have something. Yeah, we have, and let us check it again. And yes, so we can see here 10% promotion again, and total promotion is 7.49. Pay attention that sometimes rounding may not work as you expected. For example, here we have raw discount to 50, here we have 5, and here we have 7.49. But in fact, it's happening because we have rounding on the third and the fourth digit after the decimal point. So you have to understand how it will work and how it will be rendered. Price is always valid. This total discount is always valid, but rendering on the raw level may be a little bit tricky. Next thing I'm going to show you is that we can apply discount only to specific products. Let's say we want to apply it only for these two products, but some others will not be affected. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add the third product here. Again, in items. So now we can see here 3 products which have discount, but let's say I want this discount to work only these 2 products, first 2 products. And in order to do that, I have to change the list of products my discount is applied to. And in order to do that, I have to go to the management console and I have to change the list of items to discount. So currently here I have a dynamic condition, which in my case doesn't make any sense any longer because I want to manually add some products. So what I'm going to do, I'm going first reset this one. Yep. And now I want to manually add 2 required products, which is this one. And this one. And so now we have discount applied to only 2 products. Let us save this promotion and let us check on the storefront whether it works or not. Yeah, as you can see, now we have discount only for these 2 products, while it does not work any longer for the third product. And now we can move to the next type of the discount. So next type of discount called buy X, get Y. In this discount, we are going to see what kind of options we have. And the interesting part here that we are not granting something for free. Instead, we are proposing a discount on some items. Yes, we can, let's say, make discount 100%, which means that in this case, the item indeed will be free. But in this specific case, we may also grant only 15% of discount, or let's say 70% of discount for each specific product above some limit. And this is what we're calling buy X, get Y. So we have several options here. The first one is obviously type. It's again maybe person-based or the amount-based. We have unit of quantity, the same as before. But now here we have buy X quantity, let's say 3. Then we have get Y quantity. Again, here we have 3. And we can apply discount to some products. And we have 2 options here, X plus Y or together. And here is how it works. If we are using a condition option called each product or each Y separately, in this case, we are going to apply discount specifically for each product above the X level, while if we are going X plus Y, we're going to apply discount only for the specific set. it does not, it works the same if you're using percent-based discount, but it will work differently if you're using amount-based discount. And let us try to play with these options a little bit. So first I'm going to obviously add some more products here. Let's say I want to have 10 products here, and let us say I want to have 5 products here. And let us change our promotion and let us try to use this type of promotion. And so here we have it, by X get Y. So here we have fixed amount. We are going to use item again. 3 plus 2, discount value, let's say $1. And first let us try each Y item separately. So it means it will work only for each Y item. Let us save it and let us try it. So here we can see that we have only 4 items with a discount on this row, because we're buying 5 plus 5, and 2 of each of these 5s is going to have $1 discount. And here we have only one set of products, only 5 products, and only 2 of those products will have a discount, and each discount for each product is $1. However, now we can change this logic and we can use X plus Y total. And as you can see, now it's 2 and 1. So now we're applying not to each product, but to the set. And there is one more option there, which allows us to apply each specific discount only limited amount of times. And let us say that we want to apply it only once. Save it again. Refresh the page. And as you can see now, instead of the $2, we have $1, because here we have 2 sets of 5, but in fact, only first set will have that discount here. And finally, we have shipping discount. Shipping discount is used to decrease shipping price under specific circumstances for the specific shipping method. We're going to check shipping methods in the following topics when we're going to talk about the checkouts. For now, we can just have a look and see how it works. I'm going to delete this promotion, because for the shipping promotions, usually better to create new one. It will be just easier to understand. And here we have shipping discount, some source order, triggered by the conditions only. And here we have shipping type, again, fixed amount of percent. Let's say we have 50% of the discount for the specific method. For example, we're using flat rate here. Again, I'm going to add all products, because we don't care about the number of products or specific set of products we have in the shopping list or checkout. We always want to apply this one. Okay, so here are products, and let us check it. So this is our shipping discount. Let us start checkout and let us see if it will work. So here we are specifying billing shipping step. We're going to check it in details a little bit later. But now the important fact that we have to specify the correct shipping method, which is flat rate in our case, $5. And now we can see our shipping discount minus $5. And this is exactly what we are expecting, how we're expecting it to work. So here we have total shipping 10, and we have shipping discount 5. This is how it works. So we can see flat rate. This is the cost of the shipping $10, and the shipping discount is 5. And now let us back and see what other options we have under the promotions and discounts. So schedules, as I have already mentioned, allows you to activate and deactivate discounts for the specific period of time. For example, you have a discount during the Black Friday, or for example, you have a discount during the Christmas Eve, and so on. You may have multiple schedules. Let's say you want to activate some discount only during the weekends. So in this case, you can work. I mean, you can activate them on Saturday at midnight and deactivate them on Monday at midnight. And there is a schedule filtration service responsible for it, which checks it on the fly. Again, it's just a reference to the code where you can check whether it works or not. Condition. So this is another interesting thing which you can use in the discounts. The condition allows you to apply additional restriction for the promotions and apply the promotion only when some condition match. It can be address-based condition, can be customer-based condition, it can be currency-based condition. So basically, virtually anything you like, anything you can think about, you can put inside the condition. Condition is conditions use Symfony expression language, and you may check the documentation to see what kind of options we have here. But let's try it and let's apply the most common use case when we want to apply some promotions only if user ordered more than, let's say, $1,000. So here we have a special variable in our expression called subtotal, and we can just use it in order to apply some discount. And so first, let me create this discount. I'm going to deactivate this one just so it will not interrupt us at any moment. And I'm going to apply a global discount, let's say 20%. 20% off for $1,000 plus order. Enabled conditions only. Let's say I want to use order total, 20% off all the products again. And now finally the expression. In order to use expressions, you have to click expression show, and here you can put your expression. So in our case, the subtotal has to be greater or equal than 1,000. And let us see if it works. Let's go to the storefront, let's go to our shopping list, and basically because we have only $522 in our order, it's not too, the order is too small in order to use this promotion, so we have to increase number of products and have to increase quantity and total. And so now we can see the discount is applied because we have more than 1,000. We can actually try to check the age. Yeah, so here we have 1,172. Here we have 1,075. Now we have 985. It's not applied because it's less than 1,000, but as long as it is greater than 1,000, the discount will be applied, and this is how it works. You may use these expressions to organize many very different things. Like, for example, you may check the customer group there or customer group condition there. You may, let's say, use the collections here. For example, you may say that each line item satisfies some condition, or any of line items satisfied such condition, only one such satisfied some condition. For example, you can use it to apply promotion only if both products, or like say, for example, 2 or 3 specific products in the shopping list, and only then you will apply some conditional discount, and so on and so on. So you feel free to check this documentation. You may see here what expressions you can use. You may see here what kind of variables you can use. You can see quite a lot of the different examples and see how to use them in real application. Items to discount, we actually already checked this one, because the discount section allows you to specify the products the promotion should apply to. They can be either manual added, they can be manual excluded, they can be dynamically filtered. So we have already seen manual exclude and dynamically filtered, and just to demonstrate it to you again, we can also exclude them. So here, let's say you want to have all 66 products except for this one, and you can do it by clicking here and selecting this product as an exclusion. And now, as you can see, we have not 66, but we have 65 products. In this case, it means that all products except for that one will be used and can be used for this promotion. Now we have coupons. Coupons is a special type of the condition which can activate specific promotion. Each coupon has a unique code. Each coupon always linked to the specific promotion. Again, can be enabled, disabled. You may specify how many users you have for coupon. You may specify it per person, and they have the date where starting from it will be valid and starting up to. And after that day it will be invalid. So it's like gift cards or gift coupons you can use to set the promotion or to activate the promotion. In fact, you can even generate multiple coupons. So let's say you have some kind of marketing campaigns and you want to generate, let's say, 1,000 coupons, 1,000 gift cards. You can generate the codes. You can print a gift card each with its own code and basically just present all these gift cards to your customers in order to use them, let's say, till the end of the year. Let us try and let us do exactly that. So here we have a promotions which have 20% off. I'm going to remove this expression just to make things a little bit simpler. And I'm also going to remove this one too. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change the type of this promotion, and I'm going to make it triggered by the coupons and conditions. So here we have it, coupons and conditions. And now if I will return to the storefront, we cannot see this promotion any longer because I have to enter the coupon code in order to activate this promotion. So first, let us try to generate the coupon. Here we either manually create a coupon, we can generate them. So generate is the common thing. So let us try to do it. And first, here we have to specify our promotion. So here we have 20% off for $1,000, which is our promotion. How many users we have per coupon, how many we have users per person, data active from and active to. Let's say we want to be active till the December 31st of this year. Owner, coupon quantity. So basically this tells us the quantities. Let's say 1. We can specify how long it will be. We can specify the type, numeric, alphanumeric, and so on. We can specify the prefix. Let's say present something and suffix Christmas. We can add dashes just for these things to be a little bit better looking. And so this example of the coupon code we may use. Let's say let me generate 5 such coupons. And now here are our 5 coupons which we can use here. Just for information, if you prefer to generate them in your external application or you already have them generated, you can always import them, or vice versa. If you want to pass them to other applications like to your ERP, you can always export them, and then you can use them in any way you like. One way or another, now we have these 5 coupons, and let us try to apply them. So by default, coupons are applied only during the checkout on the last step, and let us try to go there and see how it works. So here I have a button called I have a coupon code. Pay attention, now we have $10 shipping set here, and we have subtotal of $1,032. And our promotion should give us 20% off. And let us try to apply some coupon. Yeah, and now we can see that this one is applied, and we can also see the name of the promotion, 20% off. And here we have the exact discount we need, which is $206, which is 20% of our subtotal. You can combine all these restrictions together. So let's say you may have a coupon-based promotions applied only for specific customer group, only when this customer orders more than $1,000. Again, all this can, in order to use this promotion, all the conditions has to be satisfied. Coupons, expressions, restrictions, and even the products. So everything has to match in order for application to use this specific discount and show it at the storefront. Now let's check the configuration, system configuration, and let's see what we can use there. So first, part of the system configuration, we can check whether we are allowing or not allowing promotions at all. This one. So first we can disable promotion. We can allow or not allow case-sensitive coupon codes. Again, depends on the use case. In most cases, I think it would be better to mark this checkbox, especially if you're using alphanumeric characters in your coupon codes. And then we have discount strategies. So we can either combine all discounts together. So for example, if we have 5 different discounts, we can use all of them. We can use best value discount only. So in this case, application will get the best discount, so the biggest discount, and apply only it. As a developer, you may also add your own discount strategies. Let's say you want to apply discount either based on the country, so you want to apply on discount which match some country, or for example, you want to apply only to the latest discount, and so on and so on. So you may do that here too. Then we have the manual application of discounts. So you may manually apply discount to already submitted order and manually apply a coupon code, let's say to apply some discount which customer forgot to do during the checkout. And finally, you can also add a special discount to apply on the top of all the other discounts. Let's say if we have some kind of tricky situation with the customer, but we still want him to persuade to buy something. In this case, we can add special discount no matter what other discounts were set in our application. Let us see how to do it. So first, let me create an order in the management console. We're going to have a special topic about the orders. For now, I can just tell you that we are going to create a very simple order without any special conditions or requirements. Let's say here we have 10 items with some kind of price. And now what we can do, from first here, we obviously can see that we have standard subtotal here. So now let's save this order. Oh, yeah, of course, I have to specify customer. Yeah, I'm on the call, let's say it. And now here we have promotions and discount sections. So this is the place where we have special promotions, special discounts, and we have always 2 buttons. We have additional 2 buttons called add special discount or add coupon code. So first let us try to add a coupon code, and this is just one of the coupon codes we have seen previously. We can select it from this grid. Let's say customer just tell us the coupon code using the phone. Apply. Sorry. Maybe this one is not applicable. Let me check. Yeah, I think this one is not applicable, but one way or another, you can specify it here. You can, yeah, here it is. So here we have our coupon code. We can add multiple coupon codes, but you cannot add 2 coupon codes from the same campaign, obviously. And let us apply it. And now here we have our coupon code, and we have 20% off here. So total is 997 and discount is 199. But also on top of it, we can add a special discount, let's say for the first customer this year or the last customer this year. Let's say we can add a special discount $100 here and say it's first customer. the first customer. And now we have additional $100 off. So now it has minus 199 from the standard discount, and then we have a minus 100 from the special discount. So it's one of the things which you can do only from the management console. You cannot do that from the storefront. It's only it's responsibility of administrator to apply these special discounts. And perhaps you have already asked yourself, so yesterday we have checked how we can apply discounts on top of the pricing engine, and now here we can see another way to apply discounts. So what's the difference? So technically you can use both, but depending on the use case, depending on the scenario, there are some cases which are better, some cases which are worse, and in some of these cases, pricing or promotions can be preferable. So talking about the prices, you have to remember that the prices are visible all around the application. And in this case, when customers see a price from the special price list assigned to him, he will see that he will think that this is a regular price. Maybe it's already with discount, but there will be no visual indication that this is a discount. Well, discount are visible only in the checkout and order and on the shopping list page, of course, where it's clearly visible as a special discount. It's rendered as a separate subtotal. And in this case, it's indication for the customer that he has some kind of promotion or special condition, which he can use. And this is how it works. So talking about discount using the pricing, it's better to use pricing for default or standard prices. So let's say you have wholesale customers and you always give them 10% discount. In this case, you may apply them using the price list. But let's say if even for the wholesale customer, you're applying a special discount for 5 bestseller products. In this case, you can use the discounts to apply such an unusual pricing on the top of the pricing engine. And that's basically the rule. Is you have lots of prices, and these are standard prices for most of the customers. Use the pricing engine to apply such discounts, while if you have special discounts for small amount of customers or small amount of products or for some kind of specific special conditions, in this case, it's better to use the discount engine, not the pricing engine. Now talking about the promotion application flow, we're going to see how discounts applied from the code level. So if you're a developer, it might be interesting for you to check how to customize this thing and how to work with them. So first thing is the creation of discount context, and discount context contains all the information which required for the application to work with a discount. So in this case, we have to create discount context for our source entity, and source entity can be shopping list, and can be checkout, and can be order. And these are 3 entities we're supporting out of the box, while in fact, you can apply discount to pretty much anything. You can apply discount to a price, you can apply discount to a product. Just in this case, you have to render it in the proper place. Then we have list of applicable discounts. So first thing is the promotion discount provider, which allows us to get appropriate discount for a specific entity based on the context we have created previously. And we have a promotion executor. This is a class which actually executes promotion. And here we can see how it works. First, we are generating a context based on our source entity. So this is a place where that discount context converter will be called. And then we are calling our promotion discount provider, passing source entity and context. As a result, this discount provider returns us list of the discount. And here you can actually see that we have discount. We are getting the active strategy. So remember, they have 2 strategies out of the box: apply all, apply the best, and applies it and gets the correct discount context with all the discounts inside. Yeah, so this is the strategy we have seen already, but just to remind you, if you want to implement the strategy, you have to implement special strategy interface and register the strategy using the special tag in dependency injection container. And here's the place where promotion executor in fact applies those discounts, and this is the place. You can also see that they are cached in cache with a small time to live. So during the checkout, if the key is remaining tagged, key is generated based on the source entity and the contents of the source entity, then the application will generate it from scratch. talking about subtotal, so after the discounts were created, you have to add them as subtotal. We have a special slot provider for that, and this is it. So we are extracting our contacts from the promotion executor, and we are simply adding them as a new subtotal items here. So it's the place we are adding those subtotals. So here we have order discount total and we have shipping discount subtotal, and we are adding each of those. Couple of best practices for the promotions. So think ahead whether you want to include discounts in the original price, like in the price list, or use separate promotions, or even combine both approaches, because you have a lot of flexibility here. You can use either the first approach with the price list, or only the discounts, or both. And talking about that, you have to really good understand the use case, really good understand how your customers is going to choose products, how they're going to use prices, and so on and so on. Couple of references, and yeah, maybe one more best practice talking about the discount performance. So originally the default out of the box OroCommerce works pretty good with the hundreds of the discounts, but if you're going to the thousands and thousands of discounts, you may need some performance optimization. So if you're going to have, let's say, B2C application, and you want to use, let's say, a discount for each product, and you have several million products, then you will definitely need a performance optimization for all this discount to work properly. But maybe in this case, it would be just better to use the price lists. Here are the references. You may always check from the marketing guide. You may check it how it works on the expression language, what kind of expressions we have. Again, we have seen this article already. And I think that's it. Let me check the questions we have in chat and let me answer them. Okay, is it possible to display the reason from the promotion in the shopping list or shopping cart? If you want, you can show the name of the discount, but in this case, you have to understand where and how you want to show it, because you may have many discounts. So you may either show them in the shopping list item or in the shopping list subtotal. So in first case, you have to customize the grid of the items in the shopping. In second case, you have to customize the subtotals, but yeah, technically both these cases possible. Now it's not clear for the customer why the discount are applied. So every time discount are applied, they in order for discount to be applied, the multiple conditions have to be satisfied. First, it has to be list of correct products. Then it has to be correct customer group, or website. This is a restriction. Then we have coupons and conditions, that we have both coupons and conditions to be satisfied. And then we have the expression, which again may allow or not allow it to run. So when all these parameters or all these conditions match, only then you will have a discount applied. Is it possible to create a promotion rule where a customer gets an item for free after purchasing more than some amount of products? So you may do that for the specific line item using buy X, get Y, and set the 100% discount. So in this case, when customer, let's say, buy five bottles of wine, 4 of them will cost the regular amount, and while the 5th one will be free. So you can do something like that. If you want to add a special product when some other products already added to the shopping list, you have to do a different way. You have to customize the shopping lists and, let's say, automatically add the product which when some other products are already there. Can you view when the customer has used a promotion? We can check it on the management console in the order, but only after order has been submitted. When before user did that, we cannot be sure that this promotion in fact can be used or in fact can be checked. Can expression value, percent of value, can be read from file? By default, all the discounts are stored in database. So if you want, you can import them to database, or you may completely rewrite the discounts. I would say the import will be the easiest solution here. If I have a 10% discount on all products, will if this be visible on the PLP, on the PDP? No, not out of the box. So if you want, you can add it, but again, please remember about the performance. So basically the main reason why we're not displaying it out of the box is the performance, because discount calculations is happening on the fly, so in real time. And that is why it may take some time to calculate them, especially if you have lots of promotions. And that is why we have that cash tool combined price lists, which already include the pricing on the PLP and PDP. So you have several ways to do it. You may either use price list, or you may use some kind of price attributes, or you can adjust it and allow and render the discounts directly in the PLP and PDP. But in this case, please remember about the performance. Our product ID start with an alpha. Does Oro supports this type of IDs? Product ID or product SKU can be any format you like. It can be decimal, it can be numeric, whatever you prefer. So we have no restrictions there. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Okay, guys, so in this case, let's have a short break, let's say 5 minutes, and then we will continue. Okay guys, let us continue. Our next topic for today called taxes, and here in scope of this topic we will see how Oro works with taxes. We will see the standard taxation engine we have out of the box. It's quite flexible, and we can also see how to customize it and how to use it under the different circumstances to have proper taxes applied in your application. So here are the main 5 entities we are using in Oro. This is a customer tax code, product tax code, tax jurisdiction, tax and tax rule, and all these entities are stored in the tax bundle. So if you want, you can always check them in the management console part of the application. So here you have these 5 entities: product tax codes, customer tax code, taxes, tax jurisdictions, and tax rules. And now we're going to check all of them one by one to then later see how the taxation engine works. And the first entity is the customer tax code. Customer tax code is code which represents a group of the customer which has to use specific tax. So it can be like VAT tax customers, or for example, it can be reduced tax customers, or can be tax customers with specific tax, and so on. They can be customer tax code can be applied either to the customer or to the specific customer groups, with obvious fallback from the customer to the customer group. Customer tax code is just a code with a simple description, and everything is stored in the entity called customer tax code in database. So pretty straightforward entity. Let's try to create it and use it. So here I already have several customer tax code, but I'm going to create a new one. Let's call it test customers. Some description. And let us say it. So this is a customer tax code, and now we can apply to the specific customer group. In both cases, it's just a field on the entity. So here, let's say we have a customer group. We can modify it and apply it here. You can see tax code field, or we can apply it directly to the customer, which I'm going to do right now. Edit the customer, find the tax code, apply test customer tax code. Save it, close it, and that is it. Then we have next entity called product tax code. Product tax code is the group of the products based on the taxation engine or based on the taxation rules. So let's say you have product which have a standard VAT tax, you have a product which include that tax plus something else. You have a product which does not covered with taxes. You have a product which have some kind of special digital product tax and so on. And you may create a product tax code for each of these type. Each product may have only one product tax code, and in any other way, it's just a standard group of products based on the taxes. Again, we can go here and check our product tax codes. Taxes, product tax code. So here we have a group called taxable item, so just a standard taxation. Medical notification tax, which have lower taxes compared to the standard items, and wheelchair, crutch, scan walkers, which have even lower taxes because this is a medical equipment. I'm not going to create a new tax code. I'm just going to use taxable items in scope of this webinar to demonstrate how it works. But in general, you can go to the grid of products. I think we had here tax code. Yep, here it is. You can check the tax codes we have applied for many items. So, for example, this one not have any taxes. Here we have medical identification tax. Here we have wheelchair, crutch, skinable workers, and most of the items are just standard taxable items. And these items we are going to use to check how taxes work. Next entity, tax jurisdiction. Tax jurisdiction entity is used to define the area used to apply a tax. It can be country, country plus region, or country plus region plus zip code, zip codes. And again, it has code, it has description, but it also now has a special parameters which allows apply to the specific region of a country or to a specific country. What we can do here, we can go again to the taxes, click tax jurisdiction here, and create a tax jurisdiction. I'm going to use World USA just for the test here. United States. I'm not going to specify any state or zip codes, but you can do that. And you can, as you can see, you can also specify a multiple zip code range. Let's say if you want to apply the tax only based on some kind of zip code range, let's say some city or some cities which have to use this tax while others should not. And so here is my tax jurisdiction called World USA. And finally, we have an entity called actual tax, which has percent rate. And this is the place where storing how much tax a customer has to pay for the specific product. I'm going to create a very silly tax code with 100% tax on the top of the product price. So here in the taxes, I'm going to create webinar price with the value 100% for webinar test only. And now finally we have a customer or we have a tax rule. So tax rule is the intersection or combination of the four entities we have seen before. So in order for tax to be applied, appropriate product with appropriate product tax code have to be bought by the appropriate customer with the appropriate tax code under the specific tax jurisdiction or specific address. Only then the tax will be applied. So tax rule is some kind of glue that combines these four parameters together. And obviously a combination of these four parameters can be different. So you can combine multiple different taxes with the different jurisdictions. You can combine different customers with different products and so on and so on. And you may have as many such tax rules as you want. Let us try to do that. And let us see how it works. So first we need to go to the tax rules, create here a button called create tax rules and specify all these four parameters. So for the customer tax code, we have test customers. For the product tax code, we have taxable items. For tax jurisdiction, we have World USA. And for the tax, we're going to have our special webinar price with 100 tax. Some kind of description if you really want to put it here. Here we have a grid of taxes, and here we can see our tax. Now let us see how it works at the storefront. Let us go to the storefront. Let us open our shopping list. And you immediately see that we do not have this price yet because we do not know the jurisdiction yet. The jurisdiction can be set only during the checkout using either billing address or shipping address. And now here we have specified the addresses. So let me go step by step again. And yeah, here we already have the address because we have selected it previously. And here we already have the tax. As you can see, it exactly copy of our subtotal because we have 100 tax on top of our price, and we have quite big total here. Now, talking about tax configuration, we have many things which we can configure in the system configuration. We can configure the tax provider, we can configure the address matching, we can configure tax calculation. We can use digital product taxes both for United States and Europe, and we might also have a shipping taxes on top of that if we need to customize that. Let us go and see all these configuration options. System, configuration, tax. Let's start from tax calculation. So first, obviously, taxation engine can be completely disabled if you don't need it. Then we have tax provider. So all the rules we have just checked relate to the special tax provider called built-in table rates. Table rates because we have a table of our rules, which are table rates. However, if you're using some kind of third-party API in order to calculate taxes, you may implement it. You might create a new provider specified here. In this case, applications going to use your third-party provider instead of the table rates in Oro to calculate the taxes. Then we have tax calculator, which can start either from unit price or from raw total. Again, it will change the rounding of the taxes. It is important in some cases. And again, here we can start calculation either on total or item. Here we have product code product price include tax. It means if we check this button, it will mean that application is going to consider that all the prices already include tax out of the box and no prices will be added on top of it. However, in this case, we are going to see the separation between the standard price and the tax in the checkout or in the order. So have a look here. Now we have 1,000 subtotal and 1,000 of tax. But after I will do that, after I will set checkbox product prices include tax, we're going to have 1,000 total standard plus tax. Let us see it. Let us refresh the page. And now, as you can see, we have a tax, which is half of our subtotal. And as you can see, this is how it looks like. Then we have the matcher, which allows us to tell which address is going to be used to calculate tax jurisdiction. So it can be either destination or shipping origin. If we're using the destination, we can specify whether it will be shipping address or billing address. So we can calculate taxes either based on the billing address or based on the shipping address. Or if we are going to use shipping origin, this address, you can see it here called origin address, always will be used to calculate the tax jurisdiction. So basically, this will be a tax jurisdiction. You may also add an exclusions. So let's say you want to have all the addresses or all the orders processed using the shipping origin, while some of them, some exclusions, in our case the address, will use the other type, let's say destination. So it's some kind of exceptions or exclusions from the main rule. And we also have here address solving granularity. It means the level of the jurisdiction resolving. So we can resolve either on the country level only, in this case regions and zip codes will be skipped, or we can resolve country plus region. So we're going to skip only zip codes, or we can use the zip codes 2, in this case, application go through all the 3 levels in order to calculate the tax and to show the proper value to a customer. We also have US sales tax, which you can specify here for digital products. We have the same configuration for the, we have a configuration for European VAT tax for digital products. And then we have shipping tax in case you want to apply shipping tax on the top of the standard shipping price. So here you may specify tax code for it too. Next, we are going to see how it works on the code level and what classes we have there to work with it. So first class we have there is a taxable. So taxable is a special container that holds all the data related to the tax, such as line items, destinations, amount, and so on. So this is a source of the taxable before the taxes were applied. Then we have model result, and result is the class or the instance and object of this class will contain all the taxes applied for the specific order, shopping list, and so on, which contains of result elements or tax result elements. Each of these elements contains a specific value applied to every line item. And then we have tax result element and result elements with just a types of the results we may have inside the model result class. You may find all these classes in the model namespace and see how they work. For example, here we have taxable. As you can see, it has identifier, class name, origin, destination, taxation address, quantity, price, amount, shipping cost, items, result, currency, context. So all the parameters which used by the standard taxation engine to calculate taxes. Talking about tax calculation flow, everything is happening inside the tax manager. So tax manager is the entry point for this calculation. And in order to calculate the taxes, you have to pass the object. It can be shopping list, it can be the order, it can be checkout. And then application is going to call method called get taxable. So this is the container we have seen before. And then application is going to create this taxable. So here we have the cash to the regular one. And then we're going to dispatch a special events used to resolve the taxes. And taxable will also contain a reference or a link to the result. And this is how it works. Pass an object, tax manager creates a taxable, tax manager dispatches resolving events and returns the result from the model taxable. Talking about the cash, so tax calculation mechanism is tax calculation algorithm can be quite complicated and they may take a lot of time. And to simplify this logic and make it perform a little bit better, we have a method called save tax, load tax, remove tax, which just stores taxation taxed values in the database in the entity called tax value. So if we return to our tax manager again, we're going to see these methods. Let's call it save tax. Yeah, here it is. Save tax. Here we have object which we're going to save, whether we include items or not. And what it's going to do, it will simply save it to database, and that's it. So here we have save tax value by taxable for each of the items if you have many. And here we are saving the actual value to the database. Similarly, it works for the removing, because it's simply removing entity from database. Now the tax mappers. Tax mapper is the special classes or objects of these classes used to create taxable. So as you remember, you have to pass the entity and then application is going to create a taxable object based on it, which contains all the required information, like the quantity, like the price, like the shipping, or like the tax jurisdiction, and so on. And this is where tax mappers are used. So tax mapper is sort of the converter from the entity to the taxable. They're registered using dependency injection tag or tax manager, and they trigger events called or tax mapper context to calculate the actual context. And here we have example of the order mapper, which is used to calculate the taxable for the specific order. So here we have map method from the interface. We are creating new taxable object, setting the identifier, class name, origin, destination, taxation, address, context, currency, and items. And pay attention that each item is also has its own taxable. So here we have a recursion, which is when the order has a taxable and each of the line items has a taxable, because we have to calculate prices separately for each line item, because we have separation on the product level there. And then we have to accumulate all the things inside the order. That is why we have taxable not only for the order itself, but we have taxable also for the order line item. And in fact, if we'll check it on the here in code, this one. Here we will see not only the order mapper, but also order line item mapper. So this one creates taxable for the order line item. As you can see here, we can see it in the annotations. Then we have matchers. So we have seen already this configuration. So matchers are just used to match appropriate product based on match appropriate rule based on the current jurisdiction. We have matchers on different levels. We have matchers on the country, region, or zip codes, and we can also matchers also used to match appropriate jurisdiction. So let's say we want to check one of them, and here is the country matcher, which accepts the address. Address here is our jurisdiction address and list of the tax codes. So what it's going to do, he simply checks the tax rule repository and finds appropriate taxes based on the required country. And that is it. And finally, we have resolvers. So resolvers is the actual class responsible for tax calculation. So this is where all the magic is happening. This is all where all the data is calculated. This is all, the place where all the taxes are actually calculated, all the logic is applied. There are three events here: or tax resolve before, or tax resolve, and or tax resolve after. So the resolve before is used to the prepare data in the result. Resolve is actually to calculate them, and result after to do some kind of operations after that, for example, to calculate the shipping tax, or for example, to combine all the results together if we're having multiple line items. I have a couple of examples here. The first one is the shipping resolver. This one is used to calculate shipping price or shipping cost, tax for the shipping cost, sorry. So what we are going to check here, so here we have our taxable. So let me remind you, taxable has to already contain appropriate price for that. We have here tax rules, which were started based on our matcher we have seen before. And here we're simply iterating over the appropriate tax rules and adding them to our tax rate. Finally, we can calculate them using the either inclusion tax or exclusion tax calculator and set it to the result. So this is a place where we are passing the data to the result object. And here we have the total resolver, which combines together all the values from the line items into one the one result for the entity. For example, let's say for order. So here we have taxable get items. Here we're iterating over all the taxable for line items, and we are merging the data. And merge data is just simply combining all these things together. And finally, we have a total set to our result, and we have list of taxes set there for the information, so we can use it later. And that is it. That's all we have today discussed about taxes, and let me check if I have some questions. In Europe, taxes are calculated or exempted only if customer has a valid VAT number. There is no VAT number in Oro, so how it's solved? You may add VAT as a custom field on the customer, and you can use it later to check whether you have tags or not, or you can simply assign a customer tax code called, let's say, called what taxes or what tax applied customers to specific customers and use it there. So what number in this case is optional? Yes, it's definitely required for the accounting because you want to know who is who. But from the Oro perspective, it's optional because you have to just apply the appropriate customer tax code to the appropriate customer. What is the reason Oro has no what number registration on the customer? This is important in tax calculation. I do not know how to answer this question just because I have just explained how to do it out of the box, using out of the box features. But in general, taxation engine in Oro is built in order to be, it's built in a very flexible way so you can adapt it to any use case. So VAT is the only one of the use cases which you may use. There are others. And pay attention also that we have here B2B. And means in some cases you may have not only VAT paid by something else too, or you may some customers who do not pay VAT, and so on and so on. That is why it's may not always be valid. But if you want to, feel free to create a special customer tax group for it and use it for your needs. You may also create several VAT groups if you have customers from several countries and each of the country has its own VAT tax. So let's say, for example, you can create German VAT, you can create Polish VAT, you can create French VAT and so on. And you can apply appropriate customer tax code to appropriate customer from the specific country. Okay. I do not see any other questions in chat, guys. So in this case, let's have another small break, another 5 minutes, and we'll continue after that and discuss the inventory. All right, guys, let us continue. And today, now we're going to have the final topic for today, the one called inventory. And let me open it here. So what is inventory? Inventory is something which you have to handle. Basically, inventory is just the items at your warehouse or items at your stock, or just items you have in your real life, and it helps you to track the availability of your products. In OroCommerce, we may have multiple warehouse in the enterprise version of the application, or one warehouse in the community version of the application. We have multiple inventory management options. We're going to see them one by one. We can manage also product inventory status, and all the information is stored into bundles. First one is the inventory bundle, which is the community edition version, and then on top of it, we have warehouse bundle, which adds multiple warehouses. So let us do it, and let us start from the inventory status. Inventory status is set per product, and you may customize the visibility of the product based on inventory status, both at the storefront and in the management console. And for now, please remember that inventory status and inventory level don't have anything in common, because inventory status is just a status of a product, and inventory level tells us how many products we have there. Let us check the inventory status first. So in order to check it, we need to go to the management console. And here on the product level, we have an inventory section, and we have here inventory status. So this is the very first field, which is set there, and you may change the value in the inventory section here too. Out of the box, we have only 3 in stock, out of stock, discontinued, but because the standard selector in num field assigned to a product, you may add your own inventory status. Talking about the visibility per status in the system configuration, you may find a section called allowed statuses, and here you may see which statuses are allowed for each specific entity or each specific place, both in the storefront and in the management console. So you may have specific statuses on the storefront visible in general or in the catalog, can be added to RFQs, and can be added to orders. So for example, you may show all the products you have both in stock and out of stock in the storefront, but you may allow to add only in stock products to RFQs and to the orders. So by doing that, you're informing the customer which you have this product, but you are not allowing to add them to RFQ or to buy them. Similar thing can be done on the management console level. You can also add specific products with specific statuses to the RFQ, to orders, to quote, and to the shopping list. But in this case, usually talking about the management console, we can make it a little bit different. And for example, we can allow to work with the in-stock and out-of-stock, no matter the actual status of a product. If you are going to add your own status to the product, then you will see it here too. So the common customization here is to have archived products which were there but are not longer available. Then we have a list of the inventory options. So we have quite a lot of them, but again, they're using similar customization, similar fallback logic. We have option, we have fallback from the product to the category and from the category to the system, similar like we have seen for the product unit options. So technically in the category, we also have a reference from the category to parent category up to the very top, and only then fall back to the system. We have seen this one already when we talked about the visibility. So let us see all these options one by one. So the first option is called managed inventory. In general, it tells us whether we have to manage inventory at all or not. So for example, you are buying or you're selling some kind of virtual products, like some of you are selling software, and if you don't have any licenses, you shouldn't even care about having the inventory. You may sell as many products or as many software instances as you can. In this case, you may totally disable your inventory and do not manage it. Highlight low inventory and inventory threshold are used to show that you not have enough products and you have only a couple left. So here we can see low inventory option on the item level. And inventory threshold and low inventory threshold are used to identify how many products when this item will be shown. There is a difference between these levels though. So a low inventory threshold is used only to show that that label or badge low inventory, while inventory threshold do not allow you to go below some quantity in your inventory. So let us say that you're obliged to have at least 100 items of some product on the warehouse all the time. In this case, you can set inventory threshold to 100 and customers will not able to decrease or buy a product, decrease this value to 100. So 100 is the lowest possible value you're going to have in your application. The back orders option allows you or not allow you to go negative on your inventory. So back orders technically means that you can have negative inventory for some specific product. Decrement inventory. So here we have two options, whether we are allowing decrement inventory using the standard OR feature, or you are going to decrement it in some other unusual way, let's say via third-party integration, or let's say via some kind of import logic. And is upcoming is a special flag which can be used to tell whether this project is upcoming or not. And we have two more options here called minimum quantity order and maximum quantity order, which tells us that we cannot order less than some quantity or more than some quantity. So let us check and let us try to apply these options one by one. So managed inventory is clear enough, and let's start from the highlight low inventory option. Let's pick some product. It would be nice if we have this product in the shopping list already to be able to immediately demonstrate it. Let's pick this one. So we immediately see here status out of stock because it's simply rendered there. And what we are going to do now, we're going to apply some restriction for the inventory level. So here is our product. And here we have highlight low inventory and low inventory threshold. Let's say that we want to apply it always, and low inventory threshold will be, let's say, 1000. So currently, I don't think that we have enough items here. Let us check it. Here we have a special grid which tells us that, called managed inventory. Yeah, definitely have less than 1000. And yeah, we immediately can see here a low inventory threshold badge. However, if we are going to increase the value, which is for items here, let's say to bigger value, let's say to 2000, which is above than the 1000, as you can see, this badge has disappeared. Then we have inventory threshold, which not allow us to buy the products if we have achieved some limit, which is again, I think, straightforward enough. The back orders, which can go negative again. Decrement inventory, so it can be either yes or no. It can be in the older versions it were called using the workflow or customization. Yeah, back orders, decrement inventory, no or yes. So basically on order submission, the logical flow, it means yes during the checkout. No means you have to do it yourself, either via the API or via customization or via some third-party application, whatever you have it here. Is upcoming is just a flag. Actually, in fact, let us try to mark it as is upcoming. And we also have availability date. So it's saved upcoming from the May 31st. Saved. And now you can see that this product will be available on May 31st, at the end of May. What else do we have here? We also have inventory limitations for the minimum maximum quantity to order. Let us say that I will not want to allow to buy less than 5 and more than 20. Five to 20. So 10 is okay. I can buy 10, but I cannot buy 3 because it has to have a greater. It has to be greater than 5, or I cannot buy 30 because it has to be less than 20. The good thing about all these options that they have a fallback to the appropriate category value. So here you can see the fallback. By default, it's fallback to the category value. You may also fall back to the website configuration, to the global configuration. And it's great because you can manage all these options together using the appropriate options on the category. Because in this case, you can, let's say, tell that all the products in this category will have low inventory threshold, let's say 1000. Or for example, they all will be marked as upcoming with some kind of availability date. Or you cannot, let's say, buy less than 5 kilograms of sugar because basically the smallest amount we're using to pack, and so on and so on. So talking about the category inventory, we have seen this one on the product level. Let us check at the category level in the master catalog. So here we have master catalog, here we have some kind of category. And again, here we have default product options section, which tells us first unit of quantity which we have seen already, but also it has here the multiple inventory options: managed inventory, highlight low inventory, inventory threshold, low inventory threshold, decrement inventory, back orders, minimum quantity order, maximum quantity order is upcoming. So basically all the inventory options we have seen before. And by default, they can be fallback either to the website configuration or to the parent category. It depends on your use case. Talking about system configurations, obviously all these options have representation in system configuration. So here you can see it. Product options. And here you have managed inventory, inventory threshold, back orders, document inventory, halal inventory, low inventory threshold. And there is also a limitation section where you may set minimum quantity order and maximum quantity to order to. Talking about the warehouses, which are available only in the Enterprise Edition, you may have many warehouses in your application. Each of the warehouse may have a name, each of the warehouse may have an address, and you may also set enabled warehouse at the configuration either globally or per website. Let's check that. Here we have inventory menu and we have a warehouses menu item, and we have three warehouses. We have main warehouse, which is the default one and you cannot remove it. And we have two additional warehouses, which you in fact can remove. Each of the warehouse has a name and has an address. So address can be used as a shipping origin if you want to. So in this case, application will simply copy the value from the shipping origin, or you may customize it and put the custom value here. Warehouse address can be used in your customization, for example, to calculate the shipping price based on the distance between shipping address and the warehouse, or it can be used, let's say, in the taxation if you to customize taxation if you, for example, want to calculate the jurisdiction based on the warehouse address and not the customer address. Then we have system configuration. System configuration, we have warehouses too. So this one is set as a manual, main warehouse, sorry. Now we may have many other warehouses set here. As you can see, you can order them. And you may set warehouses on the website level too. So here we can see it set too. Pay attention that most of the inventory options have their representation in the website configuration. For example, here we have the storefront options, which can be set to, and the limitations and the product options can be customized per website level too. Next interesting part of the inventory called inventory level. So inventory level tells us how many specific products or how many kilograms, how many items for each product we have for each unit inside each warehouse. So here on this screenshot, you can see exactly that. You can see that we have item for each unit and each warehouse, which tell us, for example, that we may have 5 items at the main warehouse, 3 items in the additional warehouse, etc., etc. So you may think about inventory level as an intersection between the warehouse and unit. And for each intersection, we may specify how many specific items we have there. Again, inventory levels is not linked to the inventory levels by default, but you may do this as a customization, which means you may have in stock with the quantity 0 and out of stock with the positive quantity there too. Inventory level is stored in the inventory bundle inside the entity called inventory level. So there are 2 ways how you can work with the inventory level. So the first way, as we have seen already from the product, you may open the product view page, click here more action, and click here manage inventory. After that, application is going to render this grid here, and you will be able to see how many products you have here. And then we have a global inventory levels. It's a big grid in the inventory menu where you can set the inventory options like status, like quantity for each warehouse and each unit. So here it is, manage inventory, and this is the grid. So you can change here the inventory status. You can change here the quantity. And you can also import and export these values from the CSV file. And of course, because this is here our application using standard or import export engine, you can always trigger the import from the command line, for example, to have a sync between your application and ERP via the CSV files. Now let's try to actually buy something and see if these inventory levels will be decreased. So here in the shopping list, Let me decrease this number to 20. We have a product to GD90. Let me find it here. Yep. So here we have it. We are buying items. Yep. Yep. And so this value has to be decreased by 20 after the value, after the checkout will be finished and order will be submitted. So pay attention, it will be decreased for the main warehouse, first because it's only warehouse which is set in system configuration, secondly because this is current application custom configuration uses only one warehouse. So let us create it, let us finish the checkout. Let's submit the order, and now the actual decrement has to happen. Yes, please. Yeah, and now we can see not 2,200, but 2,180. So 20 items were decreased from the inventory. Now, a couple of the best practices for the inventory. So first, please remember that OroCommerce provides a quite good data structures to handle inventory, but just a little bit of business logic outside out of the box. The main reason is because the inventory is customized a lot, and we cannot implement all the possible customizations. So that is why we are providing only the extension points and allowing developers to implement any logic they like. If you need a full warehouse management, you may also need an additional customization because by default application uses only one warehouse logic, similar to the community edition. But again, because we have multiple warehouses, it's a great extension point which you may use there too. Yeah, maybe before we'll go to the Q&A section, one more thing, one more place where you can use your warehouses. You may use them in the order too. So you may specify the warehouses per order line item if you want to ship them separately. So here you may choose the warehouses, and as I remember, you can do it per quote too. Let me check it. No, so looks like it will be set only during the order conversion there. So it's only per order for now. But again, you may add the warehouse relation to any entity you like and use it, for example, on the quote, on the RFQ, and so on. So this way, customer will be able to set which warehouse he wants to receive it from to. And that is all. Any questions at the moment? No questions, really? Okay, guys. So if you have no questions, then thank you very much. And let me remind you that tomorrow we're going to continue our journey. We're going to continue our OroCommerce webinars, and we're going to have very interesting topic about the sales flows. We're going to check the shopping list, RFQs, quotes, orders, partial checkout, and we're going to see how all these entities converted each into the other, how to create a RFQ from the shopping list, how to create order from quote, how to send the offer from the RFQ to quote, and so on and so on. And all these flows we're going to check in details, both and the management consoles in the storefront. So thank you very much, guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.